Приветствую, друзья, с вами Саня, и это мой канал Gamerzone, как всегда. Сегодня мы продолжим трансляцию игры Hogwarts Legacy. Вот, это уже наш 12-й выпуск пошел. Все, на чем мы в прошлый раз остановились, я уже не помню. Но предлагаю, пройти вот сразу миссию. Вот эту хочу игру пройти сразу же. Она хочет бросить нам вызов.
Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to lose, play a match?
Блять, какая-то зазнавшаяся особа.
Of course, Charlotte. Then may the best summoner win.
Of course, Charlotte, of course.
Accio!
Упс. Ах ты, сука.
Precisely as planned.
Так. Ой, одинаково, смотрите-ка. Привет, привет. Всем привет.
Precisely as planned.
Так, ну чё, сейчас мы ее выиграем сразу же. Стой, 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 да, стой.
Nice technique.
Блин, все супер, жизнь прекрасна. Сейчас я обую ее в эту игру. Жалко, не на деньги играем. Концентрейт, Шарлотт, концентрейт. Блин, а у нее все, больше шаров-то не осталось. Насрать даже, сколько я наберу. Ну что? Что, блядь? Жалко? Да, очень жалко. Очень жалко. Блядь, она проиграла.
I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
Тренируюсь.
I practice as much as I can.
Practice, eh? I suppose I could try that. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
Так. Кто же он? Ну, я, в принципе, знаю, кто он будет. Но вы узнаете по мере прохождения. Так, ну давайте глянем, что тут. Есть что-нибудь в самом Хогвартсе? Какие-нибудь миссии. Опа, а там кто? Блин, нет, вот я предлагаю сегодня попроходить миссии, чтобы поскорее заканчивать уже с этой игрой. Вот здесь. Я не буду проходить миссии, которые по поиску предметов. Думаю, кто захочет, сам потом их найдет обязательно. Может, какие-то пройду, какие там мне запомнились. Но в основном, думаю, вы и сами с ними справитесь. Смерть неверным. Цыпленочек. Опа, он послужит мне. Опа, опа. Well. Левиоса. Ой, я вижу там. Ой, карта Генриетта. Так, тут нарисован грифон. Ой, надо зажечь правильно огонь. Так, одна у ноги, две, потом сверху над головой, и сбоку от крыльев. Ой, господи, только вы запомните. Ну ладно, вот я вот имел в виду, вот эти миссии я имел, в принципе, в виду. Я не помню, где этот грифон находится, но, по-моему, он вообще, типа, где-то в другом конце карты. Может, здесь? Или там, блядь. Хер знает даже. Мне кажется, что где-то в этих окрестностях. Так, телепортируемся сюда и полетим туда, поищем его. Мне кажется, он вот тут. Или вот тут. Наверное, тут. Да. Ставим тут метку. Меточку поставили и полетели. Сейчас найдем грифона. Ну, там, по-моему, можно будет какую-то шмотку найти. Такой тут обширный мир вокруг этого Хогвартса. Что только не придумают. Ой, вон пожиратели смерти летают. О, по-моему, там. Оп.
This place has seen better days.
А? Как вам? Такое.
This is your first time, isn't it? I've seen you duel.
Смерть тебе. О. Кого-то мы крутого врага типа победили. Так, ну Грифон как раз тут и находится, по-моему. Нет, да, вот там, внизу. О. Надо расхерачить столбы. Обожаю. А есть еще. А вон еще один. О, да будет магия. Там наверху еще что-то. Стол астрономический. Ничего себе. Ну тут надо ночью быть. Давайте дождемся. Ночи. В ночи придем. И доебемся до звезд. Так, блядь. Ну и что? Я уже использовал? Видимо, да. Так, а кто-то нашел проход к Грифону пока что. Убежище Генриетты. Генриетта. Да будет свет. Вингардиум Левиосо. Ой, нет, надо было не так сделать. Дверь. Petrifical Tatalos. О, лошок остался. Так, я помню. Блять, я не помню. Ну вот этот горел. Бля, отхерачил ему крылья. Потом вот эти два горели. Так, вот этот не горел. Этот, по-моему, не горел. Блин, надо посмотреть на карте. Инвентарь. Ё-моё, сколько у меня там всего. Так, вот, смотреть. Один за головой. Один у ноги. Нет, два. Так, раз, два. Вот это надо погасить. Вот этот надо зажечь.
Let's see what we've got.
И дверь открылась. Здесь мы
This must be
можем
what all the fuss was
подобрать
about.
перчаточку. Так, не знаю. Ну, можем пройти, в принципе, дальше. Что нам? Нам нечего терять. Там тоже будет орда гопников.
There's treasure here. Keep looking.
What a dreadful lot.
Ой, ну да, 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 конечно. Блядь. Подожди чуть-чуть, а.
More ashwinders.
That goblin elm. I want that back now. There's an all of my colleagues. I know.
Ой, я сейчас умру. Ой, ну-ка, помучайся. Паленочек.
Sebastian hears about this. An ashwinder.
Что там, мне не терпится Себастьяну все разболтать.
Revelio.
Себастьян, мой Себастьян. Я ни хрена не помню. Просто будет вот так. Вот эту штуку мы забираем. Так, вот еще одна карта. Здесь надо будет на колокольчиках сыграть. Тан-тан-тан-тан-тан. Бля.
What's this? Some sort of treasure map.
Словно по звонку. Ну это уж сами проходите, а? Потому что просто какие-то шмотки.
Revelio.
Лучше интересные миссии пройдем. Так. Так. Дверь. Чё? В одну сторону только работает. Кубышку. Так, кубежки поставили. Так, тут огонь, да? Вот и выход. Короче, если вот пройти все вот эти миссии, можно насобирать костюм искателя сокровищ. Вот. И это тоже придется сделать ради того, чтобы получить 100% прохождение игры. Ведь все квесты надо пройти без исключения. Так, вот мы и вернулись. Выход. Пещера. И все. Все, тупая миссия закончена. Так, тут есть вот еще миссия сокровища из проклятой гробницы. Это тоже надо лезть за сокровищами. Тут у нас, короче, еще никаких миссий-то не появилось как таковых. Ну, пойдемте, ладно, достанем еще то сокровище. И вернемся тогда к нашим миссиям в Хогвартсе. Такое ощущение, что проседает частота кадров. О, коровы. Кстати, одна из ачивок относится к коровам. Вроде надо сделать вот так 9 раз, чтобы она перевернулась. Не знаю, я вроде это говорил. Ну прям, чтобы она нормально перевернулась. Сальтуху сделала.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Adventure. Так, ну вот. Или предлагаю сначала начать с этой мини-миссии. Их все равно тоже потом придется пройти. Так, одна там и одна еще выше. Оп. Блин, такое ощущение, что у меня в настройках переключились... Да нет. Это меня подгличивает слегка. Так, еще одна комната. Да? Нет? Где, блядь? Она там. Аллахамора. Чё, нет? О, значит, она тут. Все равно все собрали. Я вижу миссию, она вот там. Как туда попасть?
Who lived
Такой
here,
вот
I wonder?
вопрос. Вопрос. И где-то тут ответ есть. Вот так туда можно попасть. Там будут эти инферналы, надо их будет сжечь. И замок вот этот. Так что раньше, чем вы выучите заклятие, которое замки эти отпирает, да вы не попадете. Блядь, давай. Фух, это самый мой тяжелый взлом. Так, так, тут стена. Да будет свет. Как-то у него странно волосня выглядит. При таком свете. Здесь, блядь, сейчас еще больше. Все? Ой, я так и знал, что это не все. Нет, все. Че, глючит, что ли? Или они не видят опасности? Ослепнут. Вверх неверным инферналом. Вот, сумочка. Зловоние мертвецов подбираем. Не так-то просто, сучара.
I did it. And an Ashwinder, no less.
Да.
Alohomora.
Ой, тут, по-моему, тоже нас сейчас отправят. Искать. Да, о, я знаю, где это.
Might be interesting to see where this leads.
Ага. Слышь, что? Откройся, пароходик. Ой, я думал, сова. Что-то все этими инферналами кишит.
This place has seen better days, and this could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
If I'm not careful.
I know a man in trial when I see one.
Ну, мы уже все прошли, которые нужно нам. Так, раз, два. Как всегда, не вижу третью. Где, блядь, третья? О, нашел.
That's that. Settled.
Да будет огонь. Ну я ебать маг вообще. Беседку создал. Создал.
Revelio.
Так, ну что, пойдем этим ребяткам. Так. Нам надо туда. Я уверен. Ненавижу нежить. Какие-то, блядь, трусы мне новые достались в клеточку. Так, тут какой-то еще сундук. Крем для рук. Крем для рук. Крем для рук. Так, ну что, нам надо по той записке отправляться к тому проходу, через который мы вообще попали в эту всю локацию. О, птички летают. О, фига. Я прозрачный там. Оп.
Betting on the dragon fights was the best decision I made.
Бля. Конечно же, я пролетел мимо шара дважды. О, еще 5.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Так, да, вот к этому большому водопаду. Наша цель прям под ним. Да, вот эта картинка с того
Mysterious and a
оборвыша.
bit unsettling.
Revelio.
Берем пиявок всяких. Гробница предательства.
Earth, is this leading me?
Revelio.
Так, возьмем. Да, тут одна придаст другую, по-моему. Обязательно прочтите. Чтобы быть в курсе. Информация же. Важная информация. О, спорыш. А, нет. Это другая. Почему никогда не нахожу спорыш? Зато смоковницу нахожу. И бадьян. Деньги. Это 40 галеонов. Вот у Рона в фильме всегда проблемы с баблом были. Не пропустите вот этот сундук обязательно. Это единственное, что надо, наверное, забрать точно. Блять, полазил бы везде и нашел себе, блядь, кучу галеонов. Так. Есть несколько проходиков. Ван Фринго. Так. Ты не выберешься, к сожалению. А вот у меня точно получится.
Eight legs is... Huh. Why is this door locked?
Бадьян. Так,
Revelio.
как всегда, нам нужно...
Confringo! Brilliant. The first piece of the puzzle.
Что, вторая с нами полетит? Нет? Хуй там, да?
One down, two to go. Lumos.
Люмос. Поехали. Так, ну, третья, кажется. Конечно.
Must be something around here I can climb on.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Он воду. Бля, мне просто нравится так делать.
Lumos.
О, как больно ей. Все, надеюсь, больше не понадобится.
Success!
Получилось, получилось.
In theory. What are they protecting?
Confringo.
Как вам такое, инфернальчики? Все? Все. Блин, как он разбивает так? Какой-то особый, что ли, инфернал?
Let's hope you stay dead this time. The 9 rocks on the map.
Еще восстановлюсь, я же Росомаха. Все-таки.
Revelio.
Так, там какой-то мини-сундучок. Забираем. Так, и на нашей картинке было изображено вот то, что нам нужно. Так, одна сверху и две сбоку. Так, наверное, вот так. Оп. Оп. О да, о да.
Glad to... Eureka!
Вот, мы получили костюм искателя сокровищ. Как же он выглядит? Как же он выглядит? И он выглядит вот так. Пусть в нем и ходит. есть мы в Индиану Джонса превратились прямо уже. Так, мы это сделали. И что теперь? Можно просто выйти отсюда, надеюсь. Так, да. А может есть еще какой-то проход необычный куда-нибудь там? Нет? Ведь, конечно, нет. Беги назад, Саня. Там даже где-то письмо еще лежало последнее. Вот этой бабы. Короче, ее вторая подруга ее предала. И она из-за этого тут умерла. Ох, да. Вымоемся. Обмоемся. Обмоем наши обновки. Так, ну и что же дальше? Так, еще одну миссию я видел вот здесь. Предлагаю ее тоже пройти, раз уж мы начали. Хоть я так и не хотел искать эти сокровища. Почему бы и нет?
Can you help me?
Is someone down there?
Down there? I beg your pardon. I'm here. There's no one here but me. Some thoughtless wretch casually tossed a bit of parchment into me and sent it to court. If you could please take it.
О, достал. Значит, она сама досталась. Так, и она нам показывает, что нам надо использовать заклинание левитации на каком-то дереве, которое находится на какой-то скале у какого-то разрушенного здания в какой-то пизде, честно говоря.
Seems to be some sort of map.
Сейчас достанем. Сначала устроим этим ребятам полный. Difficult
Is it
to
you
tell
who've
us.
been casting Expelliarmus everywhere? I've seen better.
You plan to creep up
Oh,
on me,
mnie
but it
podział.
won't work. Still no match for me. You're going to regret
Rookwood, don't go down.
Так, все это было
There
ради...
you are.
Да, я тут. Я, в принципе, никуда не убегаю. Так что не переживайте. Так, вот сундук. Забираем. И локация сразу будет считаться пройденной. Так, ну теперь найдем... Теперь найдем сокровище, которое нам любезно предоставил говорящий колодец. Да, чтобы его найти, нам надо слетать на другую часть карты. Может, можно переместиться поближе, а? Каком? Где-то вот тут, по-моему. Вот тут. Да? Очень похоже. Прям там прослеживался такой же рисунок. Да, вон он.
There's something about that tree.
Ну, это дерево. Опа, опа.
Interesting way to hide some treasure.
Шляпа, крутая шляпа, пиратская. В тему игры как раз. Так, тут еще есть следы древней магии.
Must have been quite stately in its time.
Тык-тык-тык. Одна наверху, одна там и одна вон там. Оп.
Revelio.
И тоже берем. И вон еще одна.
That wasn't too hard.
Вот так. Так, ну что, вернемся к нашим супермиссиям. И одна из них вот тут. Недалеко от Хоксмида. Там нас ждет наша подружка.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
Подружка-чернушка. Так, чайку немножко припил. Опа, опа, а что это такое? Что она тут стоит? Ау. Так, я, блядь, тебе мешать буду проходить через тебя. Сольемся? А? Ну-ка. Блядь, не прижарить ее империусом или этой штукой. О! Это логово этих пушишек.
Are you ready
Вот
to put an
подружка
end to
наша.
Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Ага. Что у
What
них
sort of
можно
information am I
выведать?
trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Так, сейчас, секунду, друзья. Так.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Да, ну. Блин, вот как-то мне сегодня кажется, игра-то прям подлагивает. Ну, местами так. Не везде. Но я обязательно в следующий раз разберусь с этой проблемой. Так, я вижу цель. Она где-то наверху.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Мужа выкрали.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Так, сведения
Have you
о
helped
братьях
Harlow since your husband
Хоббстеде.
was taken?
No.
Что я
I'm worried
задумался.
sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Шантажируют.
Thank you.
Шантажисты.
I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Никогда не поздно поступить правильно. Верно же?
Mr. Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
But please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Этот обоссанный трус.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Насчет записки.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd seen this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love
Конечно,
nothing
блядь, он
more
тебе
than to see
рассказал,
him
ты же
rotting in
доебалась,
Azkaban, but
блядь,
be
до него.
careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Miss Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Опа, это тут кто такой? Агабус Филбер Том. Это Филберт. Ну,
Excuse me,
поговорим с ним.
Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
Чего?
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprised Hogwarts lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Так, теперь нам надо встретиться с подружкой. Бежим.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Трактир к мамашке она собиралась. Ну, пойдемте поглядим.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Revelio.
Так, следуй. Куда же они ведут? Ага, вот сюда. Блядь. Сука. Блядь, вот хуесоска-то.
I need to find her quickly. Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. The hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Revelio.
Так, в этом подвале, по-моему, тоже есть сундук, который нужно будет обязательно забрать.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Using that girl as bait. No one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be able to.
Ой, у меня есть очки навыков, точно, у нас же повысился уровень. Что у нас? О, вот это. Прокачаем. И один оставим на Авада Кедавру, когда будет.
What have you done?
Петля.
The more graves I fill, the more galleons.
Revelio.
Так, тут очень много разных сундуков.
Dr. Dibble's
Письмо,
love letter
которое
from
нам надо
Rosie.
было найти.
He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Которыми шантажировали.
Hey,
Bombarda!
Чё? Все, мы пролезем? Нет? Я не понимаю. Блядь, эти рамы, они так вообще меня напрягают все время. И отсюда. Не смей мне мешать.
Revelio.
Так, сундучок. Так, этот открылся сам.
hey.
Эй! Так, туда нет, туда нет. И никуда не пройти, или что это?
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us what the Apollo finish the job.
Финиш. Мертв. Все вы умрете. Так, сундучок забираем. Блин, все, тут бегаю, хожу, потому что вот что-то тут еще интересненькое валялось. О.
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Revelio.
И вот этот сундук, божий сундучок. Для нас все остальное, в принципе, можно не собирать. Кроме писем, которые я тут находил. Они тоже нужны.
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my one friend. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
Ща. Вот здесь взрослый человек. Сначала поговорим с ним. Блять, не могу.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Чувствует он ее.
Your friend Natty was not able to find
Палочку,
my wand.
блядь, чувствует.
It must be blocked by something.
Вот, блядь, твоя палочка.
Mr. Abe's wand could be in there.
Конечно, ее закрыли на замок. Алахамора!
I can tell.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back.
Палка у меня.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Я не отойду. Ну что там, туалет-то есть в камере? Не, ему просто сено насыпали. Он тут спал и ссал и срал в одно место. И подружку нашу освободил.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank
Блин,
you, my friend. We
мне
owe our
надо
lives to your
благодарить.
bravery. I may be too weak to separate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Ты
Be
уже
prepared
слишком
for a
слаб,
fight.
чтобы
These
трансгрессировать.
Ashwinders must pay.
Что, мне надо ее вывести отсюда? Чувствую какую-то вибрацию, когда нахожусь у этого прибора. Что это? Чаша Петра, блядь, или... Бабло, везде бабло валяется. Так, ну наверх.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Давай, найди офицерчика.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you
Кажется,
may
я
wish
уже,
to speak with your
блядь, в
mother about this
одиночку
before I
половину
do.
My mother
перебил.
will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Ну и все, вы просто уйдете. Ну ладно. Так, а мы вернемся к прохождению игры.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Конечно, это мы постарались.
Revelio.
где-то тут наша следующая миссия. Нет, не тут, рядышком. Пойдем поглядим. Наша подружка где-то должна быть. Чуть поваляемся на снегу до утра.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
If your gran's all right, and they didn't get the egg, then perhaps we're fine.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Бля, что такое сниджет? Ну, я знаю, что такое сниджет. Сниджет — это такая птичка маленькая, желтая. Ее использовали вместо этого снича в квиддиче. Давайте, пусть она расскажет.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Так она стоит, блядь, мой персонаж чуть улыбается ей.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us. Who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Конечно же, блядь, кентавры. Кто же еще, блядь?
Centaurs aren't known for being the friendliest lot. Especially not with wizard kind. And not right now.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Очень сложная миссия. Пройдена. Так, и у нас есть еще одна миссия. Так, зал картографии. Это будет главная миссия, одна из главных миссий. Постараемся и пройдем ее.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Конечно, к профессору Фигу. Метнемся к профессору. О, еще какая-то миссия добавилась. Колокольный перезвон. Ну-ка. Это как раз по пути. Колокольный перезвон. Блин, тут есть вообще в Хогвартсе классное место, где тусуются призраки все. Я так надеюсь попасть на их этот бал. Там иногда проходят балы, они все танцуют такие. О, жрут, все жрут, да? Так. Тан-тан-тан-тан-тан-тан-тан-тан. Господи, боже мой. О, где-то тут. Алехамора. Ой, я там еще не был. Да, там, кстати, сюда надо по-любому будет попасть для полного прохождения игры, чтобы собрать все, которые тут есть. О, во, бал. Смотрите, прям все. Не, еще не все. Бывает их прям тут еще больше. Они такие все прям танцуют. Красавцы. Клубец этих безголовых призраков. Хоп, и... Мне казалось, что тут еще одна штука летает. Мне что-то ничего не летает. Такое вот местечко. такую какофонию. Почти безголовый Ник тут что-то делает. Хочет, видимо, поесть что-то. Мы знаем, что ничего не выйдет. Так. Я хочу попасть на вот то задание. Потом пойдем к профессору Фигу.
Now what am I supposed to do? Revelio. Pardon me. Is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black. Taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour. But mum's the word.
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are just inside the bell tower.
Оля.
Bombarda!
Мне нравится расхерачивать этот скелет. Потом даже без моей помощи собираются как-то. Так, а колокола наши тут где-то недалеко.
Revelio.
Вот замочек.
Revelio.
О, господи, еще эта дверь, блин, я уже забыла не
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Так, 2. инвентарь. И ну где мои эти картинки-то? О, Господи, я еще и эти картинки потерял где-то. Ту-ту-ту-ту. Ой. На телефоне где-то была фотка. Так. 2, 2, 4, 10 минус 4, 6, 6, 6, это ящерка. О, ящерка есть. Что тут у нас? 3 плюс 1, 4, 3, так, 7, 3, это какая-то головая тварь. Ебать, открыто. Важный сундук. Неважный сундук. Так, ну нам сюда. В зал, где всегда играет музыка. Сидят жабы.
The bells must be upstairs. Revelio.
О, там сундучок. Неужели я его еще не открыл? Неужто забыл? О, забыл. Почти. Кого-то наебали.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Аллахамура.
Wingardium Leviosa. Ah, found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow. One up, one to go. Revelio.
Чё, где еще один?
Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't.
А чё эти не работают? Бля. Ну как сейчас хуярить колокол начнет. Так, ну мы молодцы, мы все сделали.
I can say it is. It's lucky.
You should be more careful.
Лемас. Лемас.
Alohomora.
Ой, мне кажется...
Lumos.
Лемас. О, да. Чё там? Полетели, побежали.
She put a bow shrapnel under my bed, and I know it was her.
Конверт, пожалуйста, письмецов убираем и уебываем. Он отдал честь.
Bombarda.
Ладно, перестанем издеваться над этим. Так.
Revelio.
Это свинца.
Revelio. Leviosa.
Ну, и тут страничка будет.
Alohomora.
Да, и для желающих тут еще находится комната Дипульса. Она достаточно сложная, но для завершения, опять же таки, всех сюжетов и поиска всех сундуков обязательно надо будет пройти квест. Он достаточно интересный, такой на сообразительность. Так что проявите чудеса умственные свои. Пройдите во вторую комнату Дипульса.
Revelio.
Ух. Профессор Бинс. Это этот призрак. Так, читайте это все. Там вот что-то умоляют, просят. И тут, собственно, вот он и летает, этот профессор. Как подсъеб сейчас. Хоть бы тут. Так, что, бежим? Бежим. Препятствие. Исчезни.
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that script. Duncan owes his reputation to you.
Что такое, блядь? Ты что? А, это этот?
Honestly, I can't believe you won all 3 trials against Imelda. I didn't think she could be beat. Lucan Brattleby must have nearly wet himself when you won every single crossed once battle.
Да, я такой.
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
Так, мы получили какой-то рок. Так. Ну что ж, у нас вот наша миссия, главная миссия. Поехали. Ой, я бы еще перед этим забежал быстренько, выручая комнату. Она же где-то тут рядом. И мне кажется, мы же там нашли столько шматья. Я опознанного. Так. Ну что, может, что-то оденем? Что у нас по снаряжениям? 99. Тоже 99. Что, выбираем 99, а тут что было? Значительно повышает скорость. Индикатор древней магии. Используем. Стелечек оставим наш, который у нас в сегодняшнем прохождении. Так, сразу будем менять и качать ее. Вот это вот этот перк очень такой неплохой. Так, что еще у нас по снаряжению? Перчатки. Так, используем. Используем. И сразу прокачаем. Так, вот, раскадрим магию. Так, что еще? Крутые очки. О, защита на 10. Так, защита на 10 это неплохо. Блин, а что было у моих перчаток? Ой, у моего этого. Ты пируйки, блядь, урон. Нет. Пусть будет этот. Все, мне надоело. Мне кажется, этого достаточно будет. Пойдем наконец-таки проходить миссию. Я был быстрее. Профессор Фиг. Фиг. Встаем, просыпаемся.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And, sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Так, блядь. Вот я и директор.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Так, ну что, пойдем, найдем.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student? Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry. Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children!
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor! Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago. Muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Бежим.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Headmaster, here, what could he want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Something is very wrong.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
Да уж. Директор тут, конечно. Опа. Блин, я не могу колдовать.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
Еще одно зеркало пропустил.
It's the headmaster, and he's coming this way.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Что же с ним не так? Что же с директором не так?
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
А что тут происходит, а? Бля, сука. Эти часы факультетов не работают.
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that matter.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's Pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Ahem. Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the noble banners of Gryffindor. I shall be taking no questions at this time.
Бежим мы. Зелье ослабляется. Надо спрятаться.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle.
What are you up to now?
Так, теперь нам надо попасть в комнату директора. Так.
Revelio.
Ой, тут бабочка. Я знаю, что с ней делать.
Lumos.
Полетели. Быстренько вот эти мини-задания пройдем. И, наверное, вот квест с директорским домом будет у нас сегодня последним. Директорским кабинетом. Все, остальное уже пройдем на следующем стриме. Так, что тут у нас? Так, тут два. Тут 4. Так, треугольник 1 и треугольник с кругом 3. Треугольник с кругом 3. Тут 1. Все открыться должно. Что такое, блядь? А, да, не горит. Раскрыт очередной секрет Хогвартса. Что мы за это получили? Испытание и исследование. Костюмчик вот такой. Про этого директора как раз. Так, и внизу два обязательных сундука. Один. И второй. Так, все, бежим в кабинет директора. Бежим, так наверх. Ой, ничего себе они дают.
What if he sticks like this? Don't be silly. It'll wear off in a few hours, I think.
You think?
It didn't before. That other boy was like it for a week.
A week? I don't feel well.
Oh, stop fretting. We'll have you with Nurse Blaney in no time.
I've just realised.
What? What is it?
I have an essay I need to finish for bins. 2 inches.
Merlins, I haven't done mine either.
What?
Don't leave me here.
Did you memorize the dates of magical discovery?
Выше восхождение. Так, ну тут все собрать, все, что можно было. Ой, а тут всякие кабинеты, а тут всякие эти, короче, учителя тут живут. Лохомора. Сундучок. Блин, ячейки снаряжения заполнены. Было пойти все продать. Сейчас всякую херню выкинем. Так, это, видимо, больше этажом. Посланец. Уизли? Да, там Уизли живет.
Alohomora. Revelio.
Отец Рагифат. По-моему, опять рюкзак заполнился. И выдать одно. Оп.
Revelio.
Что-то не собрал еще. Так, обязательно в эту сторону. Здесь у нас тоже есть сундук. И продвигаемся по лестнице наверх. Там будет еще одна штука для исследования.
Revelio.
Страницы руководства. Сюда записываются все ученики Хогвартса. Так, и забираем вот эти два сундука. Все, больше в этом крыле почти ничего нету. В одном месте есть. Это,
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
Бля, ну конечно же. Конечно же, я забыл об этом. Это тут. Еще одна тут. Гаргулья у кабинета директора. Все, поехали наверх.
Toujours pure.
Ну, после этого сюда можно
I
спокойно
wonder if all the
подниматься.
elite wizarding families have a motto.
Может, чуть раньше попасть через вот эту дверь.
Revelio.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio.
Так, что, почитаем книгу. Опа, письмецо. Еще. Гребаный француз.
That must be the pedestal.
Ебать. Засосало в книгу. Ну и там вот эта магическая история про...
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here.
3 дара
In this
смерти.
place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Так, теперь нам надо
In this
найти.
place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Сделать аккуратненько, чтобы эти гаденыши нас не увидели.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
Где жалоба?
Best move when I can. Neve must be here somewhere. I need to time this just right.
Ебать. Он меня увидел. Попробовать еще раз. Вот так. Пиздец мне настал.
I'm coming, Neve. I need to time this just right.
Я успею, я успею, я успею. Yeah.
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Ну, чё встал? Иди. Смерть, смерть.
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Ну, давай, пошла.
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Демоны, они ушли, но обещали вернуться. Мы вот тут пробежим.
That's where I need to go. But I need to find a way past them.
Вы свободны, господа. Я могу палочкой их отвлекать? Интересно. Нет. Ничего не работает. Двери? Не двери. А тут тоже нельзя пройти.
Nothing this way but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward.
да? Не видит меня.
Now's my chance.
Лопушок, это мой шанс. Мой единственный шанс. Ты, блядь, ползешь еще так медленно. Так. Все готово.
That's the way forward.
Красота.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Меня, блядь, теперь вообще не видно.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Так, нашли мантию невидимки.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now, where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you.
Палочка.
Do not squander its
Альбус
extraordinary power.
Дамблдора.
I've never felt such power.
Сейчас будем уничтожать их всех. Пам-пам-па-пам-па-пам. Палочка. Нет, неверно. Все. Эти ребятки сдохли. Блин, вот с такой бы палочкой всю игру играть. Правда, наверное, интереса особого не вызывало. Хотя я люблю всех уничтожать. Меня обычно такое не напрягает. Что там персонаж слишком сильный становится. Да. Блядь, гребаный тролль заебал. Еще? Что, со всеми справились? Блин, ну у нее, конечно, только 4 заклинания, прям побольше было бы повеселее. Я пойду дальше.
Stone. This must be for me.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it is.
I can't believe she's dead.
Dear sweet.
Все умирают.
Let
Все.
us always honor her. May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
Давай, пошла отсюда. Профессор.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Давай, веди меня.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Камень-то, блядь, сжало там в руке этот камень. Так, ну чё там с воспоминаниями? Плач.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Вот так. Фу. Все стало более-менее нормальным.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young. I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was, and she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Da-da-da-dun.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Так, друзья, ну на этом мы сегодня с вами закончим. Всем спасибо за просмотры. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на мой канал. С вами был Саня. Это мой канал Gamerzone. И мы почти прошли уже Хогвартс. Так что давайте, удачки. Всем до скорых встреч. Пока-пока.